Scene 1. The TARDIS lands in the woods near the grounds of Blandische Hall in 1926.
Doctor, we've landed. Earth.
No shit, Sherlock. Okay, let's go and have a poke about outside.
Ooh, I thought you'd never ask.
They go outside.
It's a wood and it's all wet. Look at my leggings.
Stop moaning, you daft tart. The TARDIS sensors indicate that there's a big house nearby. Let's go and catch a bite to eat.
Meanwhile, Rex and Daphne are enjoying a bit of outdoor sex in the woods.
Oh yes, yes, faster. It's so romantic here in the open air, dear X. Ouch, mind out, a thorn's just stuck in my back.
Suddenly a dark alien shape moved between the trees. Daphne let out a scream.
Ah 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 ah.
The scream echoes through the trees and Rose grabs the doctor's arm.
That's a scream, Doctor.
That's what they all say, dear.
No, I mean in the woods, a woman screaming.
Okay, I suppose we should investigate. Another time machine man's holiday.
They tramp off through the woods looking for the source of the scream. Suddenly Daphne appears distraught, followed by Rex.
Oh, it's Doctor Who. Rex, Doctor, you've got to help us. There's some kind of creature in these woods.
Yes, and the biter was watching me give her one.
Rex, don't be vulgar, dear. It was ugly, ginger, had red eyes.
Rose gasps in horror.
No, it's not Chris Evans after a night on the piss. This is 1926. Anyway, let's go to the hall. I fancy a bite of supper and a pint.
Meanwhile, up at the hall, Sir Reginald is admiring his collection of single malts, while upstairs, young Alistair, to only be played by Adam Rickett, is in bed with the chauffeur Clive.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yes, give it to me.
Suddenly there's a piercing scream from somewhere deep in the bowels of the old house, followed by the sound of animalistic grunting and chains clanking.
Clive, Clive, that was a scream. It sounded like my sister Ethel. Oh Clive, we've got to see what it was.
Who the fuck cares? Let's have another shag. Me balls are like rocks.
What? How could you? Do you mean to say that you're asking me to choose between helping my beloved sister Ethel, who at this moment might be being brutally murdered by some horrific creature that lurks within this sinister old house, or another steamy sex session involving tongues, thongs and honey?
That's the sum of it, yes.
Oh well, sex it is then.
To be continued.
I hope the doctor dies.
The doctor and Rose arrive at the house with a distraught Daphne and Rex. They walk into the ornate Tudor hallway.
Oh, Doctor, this house gives me the creeps. Look at that.
Rose points towards a stuffed fox in a glass case on the wall. Its eyes bulging, mouth gaping.
Now that does look like Chris Evans.
Suddenly there's another piercing scream that echoes through the whole house.
What was that, Doctor?
Obviously some poof shagging upstairs. Come on, let's find the drinks cabinet. I'll show you how to mix a Gallifrey snowstorm.
As they walk towards the main rooms, they are confronted with a bedraggled butler, his clothes all torn.
Well, it's horrible, horrible.
What is?
Horrible, horrible.
Yes, we have established that fact. Now what the fuck was it?
It was a...
He drops dead.
Oh well, what the butler saw. Come on, let's have a drink.
Meanwhile, upstairs, as the moonlight shines on his manly chest, Clive is making passionate love to Alistair, played by Adam Rickett.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, harder, harder.
Suddenly the door creaks open and a tentacle reaches in and gropes Clive's chest.
That's it, stroke my chest with it.
It's long and covered in scales.
I would not say that, dear.
No, look behind you.
The doctor, Rose, Daphne and Rex are downstairs sipping their drinks when in bursts a distraught Alistair, played by Adam Rickett. Alistair pants.
Oh, I see someone's been having fun.
It's Clive. He's been attacked by this thing.
You're too hard on yourself, lady.
No, I mean this huge monster with tentacles and a smell like rotten flesh.
The doctor looks thoughtful.
Did it have a huge green eye in its chest and a strange translucent glow?
Yes.
What is it, Doctor?
How the fuck should I know? I was just guessing. It ain't a delict, that's for sure. There's something strange about this house though, something dark, old and sinister.
Eek.
Well, you the Time Lord here, Doctor. Don't you think you should get upstairs and investigate?
Fuck that for a game of soldiers. I'm having another drink.
Later that night, everyone has gone to bed. There's a thunderstorm outside, and the rain is beating on the windows as Rose lies awake in bed. Suddenly her door starts to slowly open.
Who is it?
It's me, you daft cat. Come on, get dressed. It's time to explore the house.
Rose quickly dresses and the two of them set off to explore the dark old house, a flickering candle in the doctor's hand. They pass by Daphne's room and hear strange sounds. From within Daphne's room.
Ooh yes, our deeper thrusts.
Wriggle a bit, that's it.
Well, they're happy enough. Let's go downstairs for a sniff.
Oh, doctor, you know I don't touch drugs.
A sniff around, you daft bint. Somehow I suspect there's something unearthly here. I haven't felt an atmosphere this tense since I shared a lift with two Zygons and the Meep.
They snoop around a bit downstairs, then look into the Orchid house where they hear whispers. Alistair is in there with Alec, the handsome gamekeeper.
Do I give good head?
Nice, lovely tongue action.
Suddenly there's a rustling sound and the creature appears, wrapping its tentacles around Alec's throat. Alistair shouts,
Help!
The doctor rushes in.
Oh fuck, it's an axoid from planet Drexler 3. They have a voracious appetite for anything that lives and moves. But how did it get to Earth? They're dumb primeval beings.
The axoid lets go of Alec and lunges towards the doctor. The doctor dodges out of the way and the daft lumbering axoid crashes through the glass front of the Orchid house and out into the grounds.
Well, that's him gone.
What was it? That thing.
Why don't you listen, you dim tart? It's an axoid. And it didn't get to Earth by itself. There is something far more intelligent behind all of this. And deadlier.
Are you okay, Alec?
Do I bleeding well look okay, numbnut? I've just been nearly choked by a long thing.
And then afterwards a monster attacked you.
That's what I meant, idiot. What was it?
An axoid. Doesn't anyone here listen?
Just then there was a piercing shriek from within the house.
That was old Nanny Hawkins. She's being murdered.
The doctor, Rose, Daphne, Alistair and Alec rush into the drawing room. They are horrified to see that standing over the lifeless body of Nanny Hawkins is Scaroth.
So we meet again, Doctor.
Scaroth, last of the Jagroth. But you dead as are all your splinters.
Untrue, Doctor. Your plan to eliminate me failed. I was thrust into an elliptical interactizational time loop vortex. You united with all my splinters, their memories united into my new whole persona, and I was thrust forward to here 1926. I've been disguised as that whiskey-sodden Sir Archibald Fibes guest in this hall.
But how did you get the axoid here?
What's a bleeding axoid when it's at home?
That thing that attacked us.
No to do with me, love. I'm just a mad old alien who now again fancies a bit of random killing. I've never heard of no axoid.
Okay then, well, just make sure you clear up after you. Alright folks, show's over, let's go back to bed.
They all retire to their bedrooms. Alec and Alistair are in bed together.
Oh yes, harder.
Suddenly there's a creaking sound.
What was that noise?
Who cares? Keep going, I wanna feel it.
The sound comes again, and Alec turns round to see the wardrobe door opening, and out steps the celestial toymaker. To be continued.
Why is Alistair a shameless tramp? He's getting more than I do. I hate that.
The toymaker stares down at Alistair and Alec.
Hey, what you doing hiding in there, you filthy old perv?
How would you two young men like to join my celestial toy room?
We're not interested in your sex toys, you old poof. Now get out.
The toymaker gives a slight chuckle and walks back into the wardrobe. Alec leaps up, opens the door, but the toymaker has vanished.
He's gone vanished. This is weird, very weird.
They rush out, bang on the doctor's door.
Doctor, you've got to help us. There was a man in my room.
I thought that's what you liked.
No, an old man with a toy room.
Whatever rocks your boat.
No, I mean he wore a strange gown and invited us to his celestial toy room before vanishing into thin air.
Oh my god, it's the toymaker. What the fuck is he doing here?
Just then a piercing scream comes from Rose's room. The door flies open and Rose emerges with a huge green tentacle around her throat, strangling her.
Eek.
To be continued.